to see, do we need 150 watts? Because if you look to see, look how much 150 watts gives us for play. We have so much area. We can pump in a lot more wattage for a lot more volume. Let's just see on the SPLs, and look who's got the most SPL. 113 dB. Up at 67. Now don't get me wrong, we have not played with this box yet. So let's go into multitudes, because as you see, this is where this box is going to play from. We're not tuning the lower frequencies down 20 hertz. Now, for what they claim roughly is 2/3 you're supposed to do a box. So if the box requires 3 cubes, then you do two cubes as the rear side of the chamber. 1 cube is the front side of the chamber, making it a 6th order when you port both of them. If you don't have a port right here, that's called a 4th order. But this is really cool, man. But anyways, so look, so you put in here, so you say like 25. As you've seen, that just climbed up from here and went up to here. So I'm going to leave this here right now, and then I'm going to say, what if we go to 29? Now you can see where my arrow is. Look where it was curving and doing that little weird dip. Now it's doing that dip almost above all of these before hitting frequencies, before all of these, etc. Now this is your magnitude. Now that we changed a few things, because we've been changing our frequency, let's go back to cone excursion just to make sure. Now see on your cone excursions right here, so around 48, 49 hertz, you're having issues. Now this is what you can do though. So you're telling me now, all I got to do is lower my wattage. Lower my wattage. I have 2 sweet spots. The only thing I have to worry about is between 30 and 44 hertz. Really kicking the shit out of this. So literally either A, I have to take the box and I believe, oh, hold on. Vents. Square those, yes, and square this. That drops it a lot more as well. Now take all of this, and there's something I do, I can't remember. I can drop this frequency. What do we do? No, that's right, I put this frequency at like 40. Yeah, that's what it was. I can put this frequency up at 40, or what they call sound quality for queers, so queers, down to like 38, right? Well, my box now being tuned at 34 hertz, I have the subsonic. I can bring that down. I can add just a little bit more watts, because I'm only at 100 watts. I'm at less watts. But now let's look and see again at the magnitude, ours being in purple. We're smashing them in all the categories, and ours starts at 33 hertz. It starts to push better than all of them, man. You can't complain with that. The only thing you can do is, if you really wanted to, so you can go to the box, is, so say that this one here, you can take that and put it down like 65, and it might flatten out that ridge, yeah, like that a little bit more, so you don't have such a high end. So something like, say, out of a rock song out of nowhere, because if you have this peak and a really big slope and a peak here on a rock song, or some song that for some weird reason had an instrument that made a frequency at this loud, as low as it goes boom and vibrates, this here would go like a really high hum at the same level of SPL kind of deal. It would be annoying as shit during certain songs, man. So you really want to watch out for that, unless you can get this to be a perfectly flat line, so all music creates, so you don't get that weird. It's not that much as I'm exaggerating here, but that's bad. Like, so say like I went like this. I don't want to do it because I don't want to screw up everything we've done. But you can make this. So see this gray one. I was gonna mimic this. I can make this. So this, if we wanted to, we can make it dip like that when you're using a 6-order bandpass. You can make this do some crazy stuff with 6 orders. It's really cool. With the 4th order, you can't really control so much of one of the curves. This one you can, that one you can't, because depending on the size of the box, it's sealed. So the only thing you can do is increase and decrease the size, and it only moves a little side to side. When you use the front port and change the frequency, this stuff changes dramatically with all of this. Like if I want to drop this down to say even point like 5 now instead, you'll see how much it'll drop. See, compared to it being at 0.9, you see how much that drops like that. Like that's crazy just because you cut that in half. Etc. So you see how you get that. So maybe make it so you don't get a peel off, and you'd say you get maybe a 7.5 or move. Look at, see if you can get it so you do a 7. That's much better, because then you get a nice roll. There's your peak for all your music. So between 45 hertz 45 hertz and 37 hertz, which is generally a lot of good music. Between those, you're going to get their most performance out of that box, and you're still going to get above a plain ported subwoofer box at that. Now, hear me out. You just sacrificed 2.4 cubes, or sorry, 4.1 cubic feet over 1.7 cubic feet. You know, you could build 2 of these subwoofers. So I'll put 2 of these now in here and see if that curve line, if you'd like that over this. Because you got to remember, to build these 6 orders, they are finicky. Because you got to remember, this shit's going to change when you throw this into a car. If you don't know your frequencies of your generating. I know mine's at 48 hertz. So that's where I'd be wanting to tune mine. I don't give a shit about none of this other stuff, because all this would be based on how I know the car tunes, because then that box tuning I know plays between 20 hertz. And what I mean by that is, if your box is tuned for 40 hertz, this box hits its hardest at 40 hertz because that's what you tuned it to. But it will play between 30 and 50 hertz, pretty close volumes to your peak 40, where you get that one note that slams. It'll play close to that. Then anything below the 30, anything above the 50, it's not very much, and that's when your subwoofer just starts going blah, 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 because it's trying to perform and fix. But that's what all this is, and that's why you can go into cone excursion. We see how everything is, and look at this, has almost the best cone excursion on here, bar none. If you say, you know that you are literally going to, oop, I'm on the wrong box. You are literally going to say, I know my vehicle, as I said before, is tuned for 48 hertz. I have my box tuned for 43 hertz. And I hit all the frequencies below that to 34 on my second phase rear, and that hits just as hard. It will move along there, and I got excellent response to here. So I can tune my box for, or my thing for, 34 hertz, 34 and a half, so 35 hertz. I would tune my subsonic, and I can shit all over everything with only, again, 100 watts compared to also 150 watts. The box is protected also. If you want to put a plexiglass on it, you can, but at least your box is protected, so you can put it either in the backs of vehicles, trucks, trunk. A lot of different options that you can do with these. And if you're very simple, you can use the vents for ports for circles. With circle ports, less excursion for distortion. I forgot where I was gonna go with that. Just had a brain fart. But anyways, yeah. It's a pretty cool system. I totally recommend it. It's called Wins ID 050 Alpha 7. It is a free program. You have to have Windows, so many things it tells you. There's like 4 or 5 different programs for it. Awesome program. Hope this helps somebody. Thank you guys very much, man. Hit the like button, as they say, subscribe, whatever that bullcrap is. If not, share it with somebody at least that you know it's into car audio, and ask them their opinion on it, and maybe you can start building cool cabinets. Because you got to remember, you can build all kinds of different little cabinets with this. All you need to have is those parameters that I showed you earlier. Zoom. These ones right here. That's all you need. All of those for putting them on, and just those 7, which are, see, so that's what it comes with a WDRX. This is what comes with an Orion XTR, and it has all different models on the top. But yeah, so hope that helps. Have a good one.